So we would approach, if an initiative is big enough to be worth doing, we would make sure that we had a single-threaded leader who knew what the end goal looked like, so he or she could grow the organization and organized in order to get there. Often that meant taking someone off from a big job with lots of people in their organization. Someone's managing 100, 1,000 people, to say, okay, here's something that's just starting out. You're in the group, or you've got like 5 people, and we want to build this to $1 billion business. Like now it's your turn to go do this. In a lot of companies, that's kind of a deal breaker to say, you've got this big operating job. Now go to a small team and try to build up a business, which not likely, but it has, decent chance of failure because you're moving fast, and, some of these worked out and some didn't. That would be a career breaker at some companies, but invent and simplify is an Amazon leadership principle. If you really want to be an inventive company, you also have to expect that some of the times you're going to fail. Because if you don't have any failures in the company, you're probably not pushing the boundary and moving fast enough. So we would, for any initiative, we would just say, who's the senior most leader working on this and nothing but this? Do they have the organizational skills and capabilities to take this idea and make it a reality? And do they have the necessary resources to achieve their goal? And what that last question is really, everyone doesn't have to report to that single-threaded leader, but have they been allocated resources, and have they removed enough dependencies so they have control over their own destiny? So unless you have a name and a yes to those 3 questions, we did not have single-threaded leadership, and that was really why the root cause of why some of these projects just never came to fruition. So we would appoint a single-threaded leader, make sure they had the right resources, make sure they were had the right set of capabilities to go make this thing a reality, and more often than not, that would actually allow the project to eventually become a very large business. The last thing I'll end, there's a great quote by Dave Limp, who runs the devices business at Amazon and SVP. And he says, if you want the best way to fail at inventing something is to make it someone's part-time job. Yeah.